much more than 79% are poor. But then let's accept that this is true. But 79% is still a whooping lot, if you ask me. So, story on going to page 18 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Well, a herd of economic and finance experts have given reasons why, in spite of successive government promises that subsidy removals, tax overhauls, and cash transfers would lift millions out of poverty, 79% of Nigerians remain poor or vulnerable, as a new World Bank document have shown. About 139 to 140 million citizens are trapped between soaring food prices, a weak naira, unreliable public services, and wages eroded by inflation. The reforms aimed at to free fiscal space and attract investments, yet the relief has not matched the hardship for most households from Lagos to Kano. Now, CEO of CFG Advisory, Dr. Adetilewa Adebajo, noted that rising inflation continues to undermine purchasing power, consumer demand, and overall growth. We are expecting that maybe when inflation gets to single digits, the amount of Nigerians in poverty will reduce. But as inflation begins to inch up again, then we are going to affect purchasing power. There is need for us to coordinate our industrial policy with our trade policy and our investment policy so that we can begin to increase productivity and create employment. That is the key challenge in Nigeria right now. Well, they go on and on, but they've said nothing new. I thought they were going to tell us something new, but they said nothing new, and the solutions they are profiling are not new solutions as well. As for the World Bank, well, they'll be the first to tell us to toe the path of destruction, and they'll still be the first to tell us that it's not working, to criticize us. And so I don't exactly know, Bimbo. And there are 7% of Nigerians remain poor, and yet one truth, at least these experts have told the truth, one truth they have told is that things are not working. That is the summation of it all. The reforms are not working. And the CEO of CLG Advisory, Dr. Adetilewa Adebajo, is saying that maybe when inflation gets to a single digit, maybe the prices of food and other items will come crashing. But it doesn't sound really convinced that is going to happen anytime soon.
Yes, it does not, because like I was hearing yesterday, I'm not too sure. I haven't done my research because I left early, couldn't see the prices of petrol. Somebody, one of my guys in my area, said he bought petrol at 1,480 naira per liter. From up from 1,250 or 1,200. That was what I had yesterday, but we'll go checking and then we'll see. Maybe it is true, because I don't know, maybe it is again the Strait of Hormuz problem now that is causing the increase again.
Of course. When you have wars and conflicts in those parts of the world, ideally it should be a win-win for us. It should be a blessing for us.
Yes.
Bimbo, it should be a blessing for us. But then nowadays, it's more like we're in trouble when these things happen. As a major oil-producing country, it's supposed to be a blessing for us. We are supposed to be among those that will dictate the price of petroleum.
Yes.
But because we don't really do much of refining locally, the federal government refineries are in comatose, despite the fact that they told us that it's going to work. And Bimbo, I remember that again. Some of the promises they gave us, and they actually told us it was working. So now
they started petroleum production, crude production,
and they gave us some kind of window dressing.
Yes.
And sadly, Nigerians have simply stopped asking questions about that again. Nigerians have simply moved on. Oh, it's working, now it's not working. Okay, let's move on. And yet someone is saying that talking about unprecedented achievements that will make Nigerians to vote for the incumbent government come 2027. Now, there are concerns. Another headline here: concern over 207% surge in petrol import amid local production. So who is producing locally, Hibimbo? We're talking just about Dangote, or the other local refineries too.
I think some private
refineries too.
Around there. But the capacity might not be up to that of Dangote.
I know it's very clear that until these major refineries begin to work alongside them, Dangote, that we will not really be getting anywhere. But what I don't know is how happy would the European powers be and the Western powers? How happy would they be to see those refineries working full blast and full capacity, especially the Americans?
Yes.
And they dictate the pace of everything, and right now, at least for now, it's very dangerous to go confronting them. Well, industry experts are deeply worried over the sharp increase in Nigeria's petrol import by 207% in June 2026 amid local production. They warn that the huge imports could undermine domestic production and refineries. A former Director General, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Dr. Muda Yusuf, condemned such trend, describing it as something to worry about. But former chairman, Major Energies Marketers Association of Nigeria, Meman Adetunji Oyebanji, attributed the sudden surge in petrol import in June to import licenses granted major marketers by the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMPD) and MDPRA in May. They imported products to ensure energy security and stabilize domestic supply gaps amid the Middle East crisis. The latest report by NMDPRA showed that Nigeria witnessed a major increase in petrol imports from 5.9 million liters per day in May to 18.1 million liters per day in June, representing 207% increase.
Well,
And domestic supply within this period fell by 22%.
well, no, this is bothering people, yes, bothering the masses, because this is affecting, directly or indirectly, affecting the people. Now, talking about security here, troops and the mobile police has foiled a mass abduction attempt at the Federal Government Girls College in Borno. Again, abduction.
Just imagine, they wanted to create another Chibok.
Another Chibok.
I was hoping that I wouldn't have to read any of these national security stories this morning, but then this sounds positive, though the attempt shouldn't have been made at all. And that's a sad reminder of where we have found ourselves in this country.
Yes.
We all wish that these hadn't come upon us at all. And I don't know why they are repeatedly targeting schools.
Schools, yes.
Aside from the fact that the terrorists themselves, maybe they themselves wanting to make a statement, I think the bigger reason, the bigger underlying factor could be about politics again, about the politicians wanting to discredit the incumbent government. I know we have an escalation in this kind of thing when elections are around the corner. You know what the Senate President himself said some times ago, that
said, if elections are
over, that we will stop having this kind of incidents. So of course they keep on targeting schools to now. They want, like I said, they want to create another Chibok. They want to create another Dapchi. And that was why they attacked. But then thank God for those troops that they were on ground to foil this kind of untoward incidents. And let's thank God that we are not here in the studio now talking about another mass abduction of girls, of female children.
Meanwhile, I think, I don't know what happened here. Some people were, some girls were, attacked and maybe killed. Let me go through the story first. Troops of Operation Adenkai, in collaboration with personnel of the Nigerian Police Mobile Force, MOPOL, successfully foiled an attempted mass abduction by the Islamic State of West Africa Province, ISWAP, terrorists at the Federal Government Girls College, FGGC, Monguno, in the early hours of yesterday, successfully rescuing 46 students. However, some of the students, whose number is yet to be ascertained, died in the attack by the terrorists. And meanwhile, the Federal Ministry of Education yesterday dismissed reports of the attack, saying the school was safe and classes ongoing. I don't know what is. I don't know what is going on here.
So who's telling the truth?
Who's telling the truth? And I don't know. Well, the FGGC facility is also currently being utilized by the Borno State government as temporary hostel accommodation for students of the Federal Polytechnic Monguno town. And Acting Media Information Officer, Headquarters Joint Task Force East Operation, Adenkai Captain Mohammed Goni, who disclosed this in a statement yesterday, said the terrorists reportedly gained access to the facility with the assistance of suspected collaborators in an attempt to abduct students. And the ministry said nothing of such happened.
Oh, the ministry.
Yes.
I can understand if it's the ministry that is talking now.
Yes,
of course.
Federal Ministry of Education.
Of course, they are only if it's a civil servant that said that, he's only saying what the politicians asked him to say. But then you cannot cover what is exposed. that is what they don't seem to realize.
And another one here from Plateau State, suspected Boko Haram ISWAP. What is this ISWAP people? What do they want in Nigeria? Going to different locations, abducting people, killing people.
Your country is a favored roosting ground for them. Your country has accepted them with open arms. Your country has thrown its gates open to them. Why didn't they stop over in Ghana? Why didn't they stop over in Benin Republic? Why didn't they stop over in Togo? Why didn't they stop over in Sierra Leone? They came straight to Nigeria because they know they know the Tea Party is sweet in Nigeria, and they have political collaborators that will. They cannot know their way around. Some people show them the way around. So until we begin to address that, Bimbo, you will continue to ask that question: that what are they doing in Nigeria?
Well, suspected Boko Haram ISWAP terrorists have abducted the wife of the pastor in charge of a church of Christ in Nations Cooking Congregation, Reverend Moses Jiguguma, and her 3 children in Borno State, while gunmen killed a 30-year-old man in a separate attack in Plateau State. The abduction occurred on Saturday at about noon along the Damasak-Kareto axis in Moba local government area of Borno State. And in Plateau State, gunmen in the early hours of Sunday stormed a residence in Dong community, just north local government area, dragged the 30-year-old man, Khalid Wahid, from his home and killed him. The attackers reportedly invaded the house at about 1 a.m., forced the victim outside, and murdered him before fleeing. I think that is a direct attack. I think they wanted to deal with these
a particular
Khalid,
a particular person. And security men begin rescue of kidnapped victim as kidnappers dump corpse for burial. The security men have commenced rescue efforts on one of the kidnapped victims still being held captive by gunmen in Benue State. It was learned that the gunmen Saturday night released 2 of the 3 siblings abducted early hours of the day while taking the corpse of their mother from Abuja to the state for burial. The siblings who were conveying the corpse of their mother from Abuja were reportedly abducted around 4 a.m. while on their way to Inkleyi community in Opoku local government area of the state. The kidnappers were reported to have abducted the siblings between Omuchele and Ankwechi along Ogbea Otupo Road in Oglewu district of Ohimini local government. And police raid idols of kidnapped gangs, arrest 4 suspects, recover arms in Anambra. Nowhere is at peace in Nigeria.
Yes, in Nigeria. And troops of Sector 1 Joint Task Force Operation Wild Stroke, in collaboration with the Benue State Civil Protection Guard, have neutralized 2 suspected terrorists and rescued 3 kidnapped victims during an intelligence-led operation in Katsina Ala local government area of Benue State. And the 2-day operation launched through Takum in neighboring Taraba State targeted suspected terrorists hideouts at Setogo and Utenge communities across River Yoyo in the Ota Camp axis. And that is coming from Benue State. And Taraba has not been in the news for a long time. Yes, they have not been in the news until now.
And I'm talking about the Ghost Presidential Agency. The House of Representatives has flagged off the probe of the PFIPC scandal, and the NLC is calling for a full probe. Since the Nigeria Labour Congress has called for a comprehensive investigation into the controversy surrounding the purported Presidential Foreign Investment Commission, PFIC, saying the presidency owes Nigerians a clear explanation to restore public confidence in government institutions. And I'm glad the NLC is saying this, and that they are also agreeing that the explanations by the federal government are not yet clear enough, are not convincing enough. Now, the NLC warned that regardless of whether the commission is eventually confirmed to be genuine or fictitious, the controversy has already raised fundamental questions about accountability, institutional integrity, and the vulnerability of government systems. Speaking with the Nigerian Tribune, NLC President Comrade Joe Ajero said the presidency remains the only authority that can provide a definitive account of the matter, stressing that Nigerians deserve clarity rather than speculation. And also, Bimbo, in the meantime, it says here that Nigeria is losing over 862 billion naira annually to proliferation of over 900 MDAs. And okay, chairman of the Alliance for Economic Research and Ethics, Dele Oye, has decried the rising cost of governance, warning that the existence of more than 900 ministries, departments, and agencies is costing the country over 862 billion naira while worsening the business investments and undermining economic growth. Oye, in a statement, called on the federal government to urgently implement the Onrasaye report, describing it as the most practical roadmap for reducing the cost of governance and eliminating overlapping government agencies. Well, I think that has already been done regarding some agencies, and I think the Onrasaye report has been partly implemented. Well, I think it's going to be a gradual process, actually. And the Steve Onrasaye Presidential Committee on the Restructuring and Rationalization of Federal Government Parastatals, commissions and agencies set up in 2012 did recommend reducing the number of statutory federal agencies through mergers, abolitions, and restructuring, with projected savings of about 862 billion naira between 2012 and 2015.
Yes, I think yes, that is a right point there. But at the same time, when the issue of the ghost agency came up, then it was revealed that there are so many ghost agencies and councils in the country that are being, their funding are being put in the budget. Yes, even before this one came up, the 2026 issue, the PFIP,
PFIPC.
Yes, that the self-styled Mr. Adeyemi, yes, the DG, and was employing people and giving them salaries, and budget was being allocated to them.
You call him self-styled, but I don't want to label him the villain just yet until we have further clarity on this matter.
Yes,
everything is still shrouded in mystery, and the whole scenario is still very misty. Until the mist is cleared, I don't want to label that man as the villain just yet.
Because I agree with you, because I understand, like I said earlier on in the course of this program, sometimes last week, that he is not only the one that should face the music. There are some collaborators within government, yes, that have collaborated. He cannot embark on this run alone. I don't think so. There are some collaborators within government, within the politicians. Yes.
And okay, I think we should open the phone lines. Take more headlines in between.
Yes, 070-5555-1985 or 080-5500-9850. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good to have you, sir.
Yeah, welcome, sir. How was the weekend, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Fine, thank you very much.
Sir, Mr. Tola, you said you have the question. What these people in SWAP want? Why are they targeting schools? Schools will be their target now, unless they want to defeat their initial motive of attacking Nigerians. They said book is haram, which means it's ungodly, it's unlawful. So schools will be their target. That's it. Then Mr. Bimbo, in fact, you gladdened my heart this morning when you said that it should not be Mr. Prince Adeyemi alone that should be crying. There are some government functionaries that should be crying along with him. if we are going to have free and fair crier, because you should not be the only one being cried. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Yes, 07055551985. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Vega.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jide from Kano.
Good to have you, Mr. Jide.
I think it was Mr. It was Mr. Tella that was asking a question, like a question that our refineries, if they are up to standard, we won't be having any problem. I said it's a lie. One thing is, Dangote has a refinery and we're supposed to be talking end crude. And we could not make up to the level you require for a single day. Now, that is a single refinery. Now, let's assume we are now having our 4 refineries working. We that cannot take care of a single refinery with our crude. How are we going to find crude for those 2 other refineries? Nigeria problem of them is enormous. Very enormous. Maybe deliberate, maybe it's just our incompetency or anything. But we have a problem, so many problems in that whole sector. Until new set of people come on board, not this generation, new set of people come on board and sanitize that place. That's the only way we can have a rest there. Then on insecurity and what happens in Borno State, what happened in Mongolia. Yes, we heard that about 12 students, 12 or 15 students died or something, 2 to 3 bullets because the truth came in and they engaged and it was free for all. So that's some bullets. And yes, they saved the kidnap and all that. But as we advise Nigerian troops, whenever they are doing that thing, they should take try to teach the children the way people when people find themselves in such situations, the way the students should behave. Maybe they should lie down or something like that, or that kind of situation, so that people will not be walking as regulars if they come in and be meeting them. On this shop, I read something on yesterday that this guy that called Yellow, Sammy Yellow, that was killed by the troops in Katsina. He came on TikTok live yesterday and said it was not the one that it was a fake Yellow that was killed. So the Nigerian government has not responded. So we are waiting for their response. So thank you.
Thank you. Like you said of the encounter at that girls' school in Borno, since we found ourselves in this kind of situation, I think it's time that students are taught emergency response measures when these things happen. Lie flat at one spot when the guns start booming. And I commend the efforts of the troops, but it's sad that collateral damage has to be that much. If it's about 12 or 16, that is too much. Even one is too much. But even one student died, the innocent life lost.
Yes. Hello, good morning. Hello, good
Hello,
morning.
Good morning.
I'm a little better.
So have you, Mr. Nwelem?
Now I'm Peter Moka. Yes, I don't blame him. Yes, APC is everywhere. No one is terrible. Already I can tell you, APC Haran is not a pit already. It cannot. Like NLD, Haran is not already. Because it's not the fact, APC control everywhere. South government only they are out of the fact. APC are everywhere. The Haran is not bad. It is announced. Now again I'm insecurity. Speaking from our police state, we are taking the attack police state. I wonder what is going on in the police state. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Nwelem. 070-5555-1985. That's the number to call.
Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello, good morning. Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, 07055551985. The program is Conversation, Oluyole FM 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you mind calling from Mohammed?
Good to have you, Mr. Ojo Michael.
Yes, my own view, my own opinion. I think that Mr. Moka doesn't know what he's saying. Actually, he's working for his boss. Yes, he's working for his master, his pay master. But he doesn't know what he's saying. But when you have that section of the morning that God will be
Thank you very Amen. Thank you very much.
All right, Oyinkosola Badejo Okunsoya emerges NBA president, becomes second female president. Congratulations, madam.
Congratulations, yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Dr. Olabugo calling from Atlanta.
Good to have you, sir.
And one of the barrister Larry, he said, I was in the Then he's talking about the politician and the people that vote. Now, if the barrister should say, I have in the thing has changed nowadays. Àtọ́gbọ́n àtọ́gbára lẹ́kùnrin òní ẹ̀ka níbẹ̀. All the army, if you want to use our food to put somebody there, and the essence of using money, food bank is still there because of that great poverty. That means the common man does not have the wisdom and the power again. All the power, wisdom, apart from God, belongs to the politician. But now, it's important to tell them straight that they should fear God in all their dealings. We have the likes of Baba Oluyole, and people have continued to at least to say something about it. Now, let our politicians or let our leaders know that there's a great prophet in the town, and they should give the succor to the people. Now, that elephant project that has been built across and costing a lot of money, they should at least lead to the scale of premiums. Then food, shelter, and all these things that we learn in the secondary school. I think that's one should be the rest well. So on the domain, I don't know what is happening. When they are sending reports of kidnapping, a lot of life will be lost. We are so happy about the early report. Look at this way I've gone with it. More than 5, more than 6. So I think something has to be done. The security agents, they are trying, but they need to put more effort. That's why I love you from Atlanta.
Thank you, Dr. Olabugo. Set up to Akpabio Abbas withdraw social media shutdown bill or face legal action. They are talking about the Nigeria Data Protection Amendment Bill 2026, and Serap is saying it is a disguised attempt to regulate social media and shut down digital platforms in Nigeria.
Hello, good morning.
Hello,
Good morning.
I'm always to the offer.
Good morning.
Please notice my voice now and look my number and call me back. I will tell you what is happening and why this foreign country are qualified for. I formerly worked for Sports Foundation. I know all their systems. I know what all they are going on. They go to our university and collect information from university lecturers. When you see that they give any lecturer to go to their country, so you have to be very careful. But I've been looking on, you cannot solve this problem now unless when you go enter the second time. That is where it comes. That's where it comes when all these shows. Because this Western power are their problem. So please try to call this number back. I will tell you everything about this country. How we can get out of this Western power problem. The British are most problem we have.
Yes, thank you very much. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah.
Your name and where you are calling from?
I'm from Ibadan here now. I'm no more with First Partition. But I know that people have to get up our operating.
Thank you very much.
Well, he says he has factors and positive factors as to why we are where we are today, and that possibly he has some solutions. That's why he's asking us to call him back, and he doesn't want to state his name on here, I guess.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning to you. God bless you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I'm not saying that you don't know what these people will throw up on artists what they want. These people want Nigeria to be Islamite and Islamized. That's the basic to you. You don't need to move away from the truth, reality. What we need now in Nigeria is that each communities, in every area, each state must make sure that we are collective conscious. Now look at the way of which we are destroying pastors, adopting children from schools.
Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm speaking for my brother today. What I'm telling you is that we must destroy the conscious these days. We don't have to play with our lives. Life is sacred. Human life is so sacred, and we have to protect human life. It's very, very negative. All churches must make sure they raise security outfits to make sure that our pastors are protected, and they are protected from being killed, just like a rat. Enough is enough. And children are adopted from school. All these things should stop. Then we make sure that the issue of state police is implemented on time. God bless Nigeria in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dario Getunde. Well, talking about Islamization that you mentioned, you must also admit that the brand of Islam that these people want to impose on the rest of the country is the misguided brand of Islam. And the biggest mistake we can now make is to assume that we have a religious problem. This is a problem about the enemies of Nigeria, and they do not recognize religion. They do not recognize creed or faith. So these are people, common enemies of the country that we must all unite against. Be you Muslim, be you Christian. All right, check your time is 7:30 and we have to go. Been an interesting time on conversation, and we'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akombe. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy your day.
Conversation.
Oluyole FM 98.5. Attention please, your safety matters. At home, lock your doors and windows. Know who is at your gate before you open. Do not share personal information with strangers online or even on the streets. Avoid isolated routes, especially at night. Board vehicles at designated parks. Tell someone where you are going. If you see something suspicious, say something. Report to the nearest police station or call the emergency helpline of your state, 615. Do not take the law into your hands. Stay alert, stay safe, and stay secured at all times. Oluyole FM says, a safer Oyo State begins with all of us.
We hear of traffic holdups. We see them every day.
Don't double park.
Don't triple park.
You'll just be in the way.
Obey the traffic regulations. Don't make mistaken calculations.
Stop traffic holdups.
No go slow today. Don't park your car just anywhere.
Look around. Is no sign there?
If there's one that says no parking,
move further down before you stop.
It's no joke, and we're not laughing.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music. Oluyole 98.5.